going back to our destination. And please, Lord, please, Councilman Richard Bollinger, wrap your arms around him, for he's a giver and a best neighbor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please stand with me as we pledge allegiance to our flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Richard. The Board of Adjustments is a 9-member board, and we are appointed by the City Council, and we serve on a voluntary basis without compensation. Our procedure for conducting business is that each petitioner will come forward after I call out your name, and you will come forward and come to the podium, speak clearly and loudly into the mic, and make your presentation, and then be prepared to answer any questions that any board member may have. Anyone in the audience who would like to come forward and address that particular item will be given that opportunity. Once we receive public testimony and discussion for a particular item has concluded, the members of the board will deliberate and we will render our decision. I'll remind members with a personal or a financial interest in any item, you're required to recuse yourself from voting. Any testimony that is submitted by the petitioner or on behalf of the petitioner during presentation of the agenda item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to that motion. I'll remind our board members tonight, if you make a motion to deny an item, you must provide a reason. The board members that are here tonight are Ms. K.T. Brown, our Vice Chairman, Mr. Blake Markham, Mr. Nathan Williams, Mr. Bart Prince, Mr. Pickett Reese, Mr. George Howell Jr., and I'm John Stanley, your chairman. It takes 5-member votes to pass a motion. So we've got, 7 here tonight. Any questions? Okay, we'll get started, but at the request of one of the petitioners, we are going to take them first. It's item number 4. We're going to hear that first, and I believe it's going to be visually.
Voice.
Excuse me?
Just by her voice. She's going to be talking.
By voice?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So item number 4 is presented by Hester Davis, representing Willie Jordan, requesting a special exception to place an additional mobile home for living purposes at 321 Williams Road in an Ag 1 zoning district. Okay, Mr. Davis, are you there, or is this?
Yes, sir. My name is Hester Davis, and I would like to greet you all first. Good evening, and thank you for this opportunity to speak on behalf of my uncle, who has just moved back to Montgomery. He lived in New York for years. We were all born on the property that we're requesting for the mobile home to be put on. And it's like almost like 11 acres of land. And his brothers, one have a house there and the other one have a mobile home there. And he's just wanting to put a mobile home there as well to live out the rest of his retirement back home.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here, Ms. Davis. We're glad you're able to join us.
Thank you for having me.
Board members, because this property is zoned Ag 1, then that's the reason this mobile home is brought before us to be considered for an approval. Being in an Ag 1 zoning, if the owner of this property wanted to bring in additional mobile homes They cannot automatically do it. It has to come before us on a case-by-case basis. This property is not zoned for mobile home use, but with a variance or as presented today, then obviously we can make that decision. So I just wanted you to be aware. There's a mobile home that is existing there now. It's shown in blue on your aerial, and then, as Ms. Davis said, there's a home there as well. So, Ms. Davis, I do have a question for you, and that is, as you stated, this is for family members, a family member, and it's not to be used for rental purposes. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, sir.
Okay. We show the proposed mobile home behind the existing mobile home. What is proposed to be the distance between the existing mobile home and the new mobile home? Do you know? Ms. Davis?
Sorry.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. What we found, we did a perk test, just last week, or the week before, one of the two, and we found that the mobile home can be put actually straight across to your left instead of back there, because he's saying that there's too much moisture and wetness back there so they recommend that we put the mobile home like straight across from the house. Like one mobile home will be on one side of the house and the other one would be on the other side of the house. And there's like a lot of space to do that. I'm not good with measurements and all of those type of things, but from what we went to Jeffcoat Engineering, and they recommend that the mobile home not be put in the back of the other mobile home, that it be put on the other side of the house.
Okay. Can we get you to agree that the new mobile home will be set back from the street at least the distance of the existing mobile home? Okay?
Right. Oh, yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
It needs to be substantially far enough away from the home that in the event of a fire from the home or the mobile home or the house, that we've got safety distance between the two structures.
Yes, sir.
I'd recommend, well, I don't know how much distance you've got there between the property line and the house, but
there's a lot. There's a lot of distance. It may be enough for 2 trailers, but we only need one for my uncle and my nephew.
Okay. Can you agree for the new mobile home to be at least 200 feet from the existing home?
Yes, sir. We can do that.
Okay. And it's to set back from the road on Williams Road at least the distance of the existing mobile home.
Yes, sir.
We don't like to see those up too close to the road.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay.
And that can be done. And actually, I will call them in the morning, the people who's selling my uncle the trailer, and let them know what's required.
Okay.
Mr. Stanley?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a scale here, and at this 200 scale, there's about 150 feet between the home and the west boundary of that property. So there's not 200 feet there.
Oh.
There's only about 150 between the property line.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's closer than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
What's
So what do we
What's the
need
length
to do?
of the mobile home, Ms. Williams? Do you know?
Let me go on their site. Let me see.
You say 150 feet, Tanya?
Hold on one second.
Looks greater than that per this drawing, doesn't it?
I think because
does.
it's such a big piece of property, probably, that is
Yeah.
why it looks like that.
Didn't they say it's 11 acres?
It is, but where they're trying to put it between the house.
I mean, if you all recommend that we do something different, we will do what we're required to do.
Well,
Oh, I see. If he turn it, will that make a difference?
it would, perpendicular. If you make it perpendicular instead of parallel, that will
Oh,
make a
cool.
difference.
We can do that as well.
Okay?
We can do
So
that.
if Tanya's scale is correct and you've only got 150 feet between the west boundary and the house, then I would suggest the mobile home sit perpendicular to Williams Road and be at least 100 feet from the house.
Yes, sir.
You got that?
Yep, got it.
Okay. Tanya, y'all got that? And sit back from Williams Road at least the distance of the other mobile home.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Any questions, board members? Anyone,
Okay.
anyone in the audience care to address this item?
Entertain a motion. Entertain a motion.
I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we grant the request for a special exception for an additional mobile home and the agreement that is perpendicular rather than parallel to Williams Road, 100 feet from the house, set back from the street at least the distance as other mobile homes.
Okay. Everybody understand the motion? Tanya, you get it? Have a second? Second. Mr. Williams, any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. It's unanimous. Thank you, Ms. Davis.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am. You have a blessed day.
You as well. Goodbye.
Thank you. Okay, we're back to item number 1, presented by Malcolm Calhoun. Mr. Calhoun here? Tanya, that's second no-show, right?
No, last month he delayed it because he was out of town, so this is the first no-show.
Okay, well, we'll roll it over to the next meeting.
Right.
Okay? Item number 2 is presented by Kaylee Hobbs, requesting a street side yard variance and separation between structures variance for a new carport to be located at 3704 Ware Court in an R85 single-family residential zoning. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay with?
You can take that off if you
Okay,
like.
good. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Because it's hard for us to understand you
It
when you have
is.
that on.
Thank y'all for being here, first of all.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're going to have to speak loudly and clearly into that mic.
Very good. Okay. So like you said, we are requesting 2 variances. Our carport, it's a prefab carport, by the way, from Home Depot. It's a steel structure. But it will be about 3 feet from our house, and it will be approximately 22 feet from the street side. So we're just requesting 2 variances for that. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, let me look at it a minute. 8-foot street side yard variance and 7 feet separation between the structures. Is that the best place for you to place this on your property?
It is.
It's on a corner. Is it blocking any visibility? It's on the corner of a cul-de-sac, correct?
That's correct. And it's not blocking any visibility for people, any of our neighbors coming in and out of the court. It's far enough back for that.
What's the construction like? Yeah,
So it's a prefabricated carport from Home Depot. So it's just like one of those. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but it's just like the roof with like the poles holding it up more or less. I've got a picture of it. Probably should have.
can we
sent
see
that.
it?
Yes.
Is it going to have a concrete slab?
It doesn't, but it does have mounting points. I guess what's the best word for it?
No, it's the slab. Is it going to have a concrete driveway?
It will be going over our existing driveway, but it will not be in the slab itself. It will actually be like in the ground, staked into the ground on either side.
So your cars will be parking on concrete?
Yes, the cars will be on concrete.
It's a 1 or 2 car garage?
It is a
Or
2-car carport.
Two car carport.
It is 20 feet wide, so about 2 cars, and then 18 feet long, so about a car and a half.
Have you got pictures? Can we see?
You want me to just pass this around?
2 car garage. It's two car carport.
Two-car.
It's a carport, not a garage.
And the structure is open on all 4 sides, no enclosed walls. It's just got like 8 beams on either side, and it's square tube steel, square tube rolled steel.
Well, since it's open on all sides, are you going to only store your cars there?
Yes, there will only be cars.
No other storage use,
Correct. Yeah.
okay?
Promise. Yeah, we've just got 2 cars that we're trying to get out. We've got a whole bunch of trees, and the choice was either take the trees down or put up a carport, and we love the trees, so we decided we'd just try and cover that area for the cars.
This is my husband / construction consultant.
Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I don't think you've got any architectural requirements or any covenants and restrictions there that might prohibit or restrict this, but
Correct.
before you pay the money to have it done, you better check it.
Well, we've already bought it, so
You've already gone there?
it's about 90% constructed in our backyard, but just lying on the ground.
I'm sorry, what?
So we bought it, started putting it together, and then started looking to see about the permit filing process, and then in filing for the permit, realized that we needed these zonings. So, yeah, so we're just in the middle
Well,
of.
you're here because of zoning regulations. I'm talking about,
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about covenants and restrictions
Oh, yeah.
that might prohibit this, okay?
Correct, yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Sorry. Yes.
And we don't get into that.
Yes.
That's a title issue,
Fair.
Entertain a motion.
Yes, sir.
okay?
Absolutely.
Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I think I've asked that question. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve as presented.
Have a motion from Mr. Howell. Do I have a second? Mr. Markham? Blake Markham, is that you? Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, as presented, please raise your hand. It's unanimous.
Mr. Reed?
Good luck.
Did you
Thank
vote?
you.
Anchor it well to the ground, because those things can blow away.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Definitely.
Right, Mr. Reese? Item 3 is presented by Sid Coleman, requesting a height variance for a new privacy fence to be located at 1724 Radcliffe Road in an R100 zoning district.
Yes, we're seeking a variance for an 8-foot privacy fence from the far back corner, the back side of our yard. We have an abandoned house behind us. We have a house next to that one that's Airbnb that's renting out rooms. And we have an existing 6-foot fence now, but we just are seeking more privacy for that sake. But we'd appreciate the consideration.
And it's just across the rear, correct, Sid?
Just the rear.
Just the rear. Okay. Any question, board members?
No.
Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve Mr. Coleman's variance request.
Have a motion to approve. Have a second from Ms. Brown. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. It's unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. Item 5 is presented by Airflow Awning. representing Jesse Walters, requesting a side yard variance for an addition to the dwelling located at 480 Glade Park Drive in an R65S zoning district. Do I understand this is already in place,
It's not completely finished.
but it's under construction?
Yes, I filed for a permit and didn't hear anything back from the permit office for almost 2 weeks. My customer continued to call and asked us if we would just start building, and I said, yes, sir, but we could be shut down. About the first day under construction, the permit inspector showed up, shut us down. So at that point, I got on the phone with the permit office. They said that they couldn't sign us a permit on it. We'd have to come to y'all.
Right. Okay.
So,
Well, I saw the word maintain here, and that says, hey, there's something there already, so,
yes, sir.
okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't give you an opportunity to tell us who you are.
I'm Ian. I'm the one that does all the sales calls. I manage most of airflow awning. So I'm the one that files for permits and pretty much anything
Okay.
that we do.
Okay. So, it's gonna be right on the property line, correct?
Yes, sir.
Which, you're gonna keep your water on your side of the property line?
Yes, sir. We have our downspouts are going to be turned with what we call a style B elbow. So they turn 90 degrees towards the back side or towards the street side. So all the water will stay on his side of the property line. So
Okay.
we don't have any water on the neighbor's property line.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, could I get his name again?
Ms. Brown didn't get your name
It's
again.
Ian Rooks. It's IAN.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? Yes, ma'am. Please come forward.
Good evening.
Hello.
We're the neighbor at the bottom of the property there. And we
You're
just
the
wanna-
neighbor on the side where the carport's gonna go?
Right.
Okay,
And we just want to be assured that everything will stay on the other side of the property line. Right now, the downspouts are on our property.
okay. Well, that's why we always ask that question, because that's a matter of record. And it's in our record now that they're gonna maintain all the water on their side of the property. If that ever becomes an issue, then you can come back and file a complaint. Okay? Ian, that's a big deal. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. My guys, when they were out there, they brought the wrong elbows. I had it written down on our paperwork. And they called me and they said, all that we have is style A elbows with us. Should we put elbows on it or should we leave them, just dump them straight out of the ground? I said, go ahead and put the elbows on it. You know, we've got this Board of Adjustment meeting, and then, you know, either way, whichever way we turn, if we get approved for it, we can go and change those to style Bs. If we don't get approved, then we can just continue to take it down.
Okay. Ma'am, you okay with that explanation? Okay. Any further discussion?
Entertain a motion.
If anyone else has any questions, I'll entertain a motion. Ms. Brown?
I move the request 10-foot side yard variance, maintain water on his side of the property. Be approved.
Have a motion to approve as presented. Do I have a second?
Second.
George, is that you?
That's
Okay.
me.
All right, we have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion as presented, please raise your hand. It's unanimous.
Thank y'all.
Good luck. Item 6 is presented by Nancy Price, requesting a side yard variance and separation between structures variance for a storm shelter to be located at 6325 Burbank Crossing Loop in a PGH 35 zoning district. Ms. Price?
Yes, sir. My name is Nancy Price. We have a home at 6325 Burbank Crossing Loop. Our house is built on a slab, so all of our utilities, or the hot water heater and the air conditioning and units, are above us. So there's really nowhere in our home that we can go as a safe place during a storm. So we're asking that there be a variance on the side of our home so that we can have installed an above-ground storm shelter. The shelter would be 4 by 8, but will sit on a concrete slab that will be 6 by 10. And we have contacted a company called Safety Shelter that would do the concrete, and also they build and install the storm shelters. And so it would be, the shelter itself would be up against my house wall and would come out towards then the property line.
Okay. Okay, so you're 3 feet from your side property line. Obviously, there's water coming off of the structure when it rains.
Right.
So you've got to keep your water on your property. That
Yes, sir.
may require gutters, I don't know.
Okay.
But what we don't want, just like the previous petitioner, we don't want you spilling water on your adjacent property owner.
Right.
And then you got a problem. Okay? Any question, board members?
I do. Do you have a picture of what it may look like?
Of the storm shelter?
Right. Or what's the construction? Yeah, your picture, yeah.
But on mine, the door will be here rather than, so it'll be a single door, not a double door. Because it's gonna go like the length of my house, and so the door would be at the end of my house, like where the air conditioning unit is, and you go in the door that way.
Okay.
Okay.
There's an air conditioner or some type of a ventilating system with that?
Right, but it's behind, like on the end of my house, and then this will actually be on the side of my house.
Right. But the storm shelter has a ventilating system with it.
Well, not anything that runs off of electricity. It just has the vents at the bottom.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Move that we approve this request from Ms. Price as presented.
Have a motion to approve. To have a second. Have a second for Mr. Williams. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hope you don't have to have it.
I know. We were wishing it was there last night.
Yeah, well, better safe than sorry. Good luck. Item 7 is final item. Is presented by Tanika Thompson, requesting a special exception for a beauty and barber school to be located at 6005 Monticello Drive in an M1 zoning district.
Yes.
How you doing, Ms. Thompson?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So I am Kanika Thompson. I am the founder and president of Transitions Technical College in Montgomery. Currently the only private,
Could you speak a little closer to that mic?
I'm sorry. I'm currently the only cosmetology school in Central Alabama. No other school in Montgomery. There are no other schools in Montgomery that offer what I offer. I came before this board, I think 4 years ago. Yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago, for my first location on Poplar Street, right off Chestnut. And you all approved me for there. I since then moved to Monticello Court in a 2,800 square foot building because we're growing, which I didn't come before because I think there was just a miscommunication that I didn't have to come before you guys, and I probably should have. We've since grown again because I'm the only school, and I purchased a building at 6005 Monticello Court. So now I'm here to get approval from you guys to move into that building and operate my school. I brought some handbooks from my school just because I wanted you all to see what we offer and know what we'll be doing there in case anybody wanted to see. I didn't know if you wanted it or not, but I have some here if anybody wants to.
Okay. Thank you. I want to confirm with you your hours of operation.
8:30 until 3:45, Monday to Thursday. Ms. Thompson, you're gonna have to talk to the mic so we
Yeah,
can all
well,
hear
I'll
you.
let you go back to the mic.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's confirm your hours of operation there.
We're there from 8:30 until 3:45 and
Monday through Thursday,
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
then at nighttime from 5:30 until 9:30, Monday
Are
through
you
Thursday.
changing it from 3:30?
Ma'am,
You said
Yeah,
Monday through Friday,
yeah,
8:30 to
it had 3:30, but you're saying 3:45.
yeah, about 3:45. We closed at 3:30, but by the time the students clean up and we get everybody out of the door
No,
for,
I just wanted to.
for day class, it's about 3:45.
All right, and then you got night classes from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we're normally gone about 9:45. It
Okay.
takes about 15 minutes to get everybody out of the building in their cars and
Okay,
going.
all right,
Every other Saturday.
and every other Saturday.
Yeah. Every other Saturday, we're only
No,
there.
night class, hold on.
Okay.
Night classes are Monday through Thursday from 5:30 to 9:30.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
No, I'm dealing with Monday through Friday.
I know, okay. All right, let me just share something with you here, that whenever we have an operation like this that is open to dark,
Yes, sir.
okay? I go by that property, I live up there in that area, I go by it several times a day. I go by it at night. There's two things I'm gonna ask you to do. One is, you gotta light the parking lot at night. It's not lit. There is a LED light on the pole there at the corner of East Shirley Lane and Monticello that does not work.
It's lit now. They just turned it on yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I got all it's lights all the way around the building that I just got installed.
Gotta have lights.
I got it all installed already.
And it needs to be lit well.
Yeah, it's
particularly-
lit very well now.
Let me finish, please.
Okay.
Particularly with the fact that you got a lot of traffic coming in and out of that intersection,
Yes, sir.
okay? You gotta light it. And that light needs to light up that parking lot well. The second thing on that building, I know the condition of the parking lot is not good.
I'm in the building. I'm in the one next door. I'm not in.
I know.
Okay.
I know where you are.
Okay.
You need to restripe the parking lot.
I have stripes on my side. That's what I'm saying. I'm not on that side.
Well, just make sure it's well striped, okay? Because you're gonna have students coming and going,
Yes,
and I have seen parking not well organized for that whole area right
it's
there.
not at all.
The other building, I know it well, it needs to be repaved.
Yes.
But just be sure you've got visible parking spaces,
Yes, sir.
okay? Because you're gonna have students coming and going, and if you don't designate the parking spaces, they'll be parking everywhere. And the other building is a separately platted, separately owned property.
Right.
Your students do not need to be parking over there.
Right.
And I don't know how you're gonna keep them from parking there, but it could become an issue later.
Right.
So your parking is with your building only.
Right.
And so please make sure that all striping is visible.
I will.
And be sure it's well lit at night,
Will do.
okay? What are you gonna do about signage? Have you got plans for some kind of signage?
I've already purchased a sign that's going to go on the building, and I'm actually in negotiations for purchasing the building next door as well.
Okay,
So that's the plan. After I got into my building, I thought that it would be best for me to just buy both buildings because I know we're growing expeditiously, and because it is an eyesore, being
I agree.
right where I am. So
but we'll have to deal with that one
yeah,
later.
later on, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So please get these things done and you shouldn't have any problem in the future. But
I will.
these are observations that I have because I go by there a lot.
I appreciate it. I want to kind of revitalize that corner and stop a lot of the walking and wandering and pandering and people
Well-
loitering behind the building and on the side, so.
The property needs to be repurposed. It needs landscaping. There's a lot you could do there.
Oh, yeah, I'm
You know.
working on it. Give me a couple weeks, you'll be happy.
Good. I'm gonna drop in to see you.
Okay.
All right, any questions?
Entertain a motion.
Not yet. Is there anyone that's in the audience that would care to address this item?
Wishing my success.
Now I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we grant the variance for special exception for a beauty and barber school, including well-lit parking, signage for building, parking lot striped, visible parking space.
Okay? Have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand.
Much success.
All right.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good
You're
luck.
welcome. All right, team, that's it. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Minutes
So
are
moved.
approved.
So moved.
Moved.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Have a motion to adjourn?
Adjourned.
Very good.